there guys, and welcome back. Plenty of Daredevil Born Again content on the channel today. As we get closer to the release, which is in 3 days time, there's a lot of marketing, there's a lot of reactions to what's going on with this show. Last week we did cover the reactions to the first 2 episodes of Daredevil Born Again, but now we have the reactions to all 9 episodes, the entire first season of this show. Let's get into it, let's break it down, let's see what people are saying, because the word masterpiece is being thrown around here. That gets me all the more excited, if it's even possible to be even more excited at this point for this show. But anyway, this comes to us from Comic Book Movie. Daredevil Born Again reactions to all 9 episodes hail the Disney Plus revival as a masterpiece. So that's the one word that absolutely every single Marvel fan wants to hear about this show: masterpiece. Doesn't get better than that, guys. So let's go down, let's get straight into these reactions and let's see what people are saying. So starting off with this one here, I just finished Daredevil Born Again. I appreciate this gets said often, but this is the best MCU TV show. Hell, it's the best comic book TV show ever. Wow, that's big fighting words, considering we've just had Penguin as well, which is one of the best shows I've ever seen. Nothing will prepare you for the finale. The show is a masterpiece of epic proportions. Obviously, the final review on Comic Book Movie next week. The show is a masterpiece of epic proportions. Wow, that's really big words there. So moving on to the next one, just finished watching all 9 episodes of Daredevil Born Again, and holy smokes, what an absolute masterpiece this show is. It was so great to see the series make such an epic return. I'm already hyped up for what's to come next. So it looks like it's going to be ending on a big cliffhanger or a big kind of finale that's going to set up season 2, which is great to hear. Moving on to the third one, I've officially watched all 9 episodes of Daredevil Born Again. While it wasn't flawless, better than Daredevil Season 2 at very least, it was a worthy successor to the original show. I binged it all in one sitting, and I did with the original series. So there's one person here saying it's not so much a masterpiece, it wasn't flawless, but it's definitely a worthy successor to the Netflix series. So moving on to the next one, Friends, Daredevil Born Again punches you in the gut from the beginning and doesn't give you a chance to breathe. Each episode gets better and there are some intense moments. Fans of the Netflix series will love this continuation, full review to follow. So it sounds like if you want to go back and watch those Netflix seasons and then go straight into this after, it sounds like that's an incredible amount of Daredevil content for you right there. Sorry, excuse me. Got a bad throat at the moment, guys. Okay, so the next one. I've seen all 9 episodes of Daredevil Born Again. Full review embargo lifts Tuesday night, but for now, I'll just say this. Bring me season 2 as soon as possible. So it sounds like this person really enjoyed it. Okay, the next one. Just saw the other episodes of Daredevil Born Again this morning, and man, y'all are in for it. That sounds very ominous, but I like it. Okay, so just an update. I finished all 9 episodes 2 hours ago. It's now almost 5 AM, so that was roughly around 3 AM. Daredevil Born Again had me absolutely glued to my screen. There's a few things the show misses the mark on, but ultimately it gets so much right. So yeah, there's a couple of reviews here saying that, it does miss a few things, which, is to be understandable. Not everyone's going to like everything about every show, so ultimately there are going to be people nitpicking things about the show, which is understandable. But ultimately it sounds like the show in its entirety is pretty damn good. So, I watched, we already read that one, let's keep going down. Daredevil Born Again is pretty damn great. The character work for Matt Murdock is fantastic, and Fisk's arc is easily as big too. The action is the most intense Disney Plus has ever had, but the highlight is still on Matt, but Daredevil. And where this leaves off, I need season 2 bad. I finished watching all episodes of Daredevil Born Again, and it's glorious. With intense action sequences, fascinating character work, and nuanced performances from its lead cast, the parallel stories of Murdock and Fisk are excellent. It's impossible to look away from. The next one, I've seen the entirety of Daredevil Born Again, and wow, an epic return to the world of Daredevil in the familiar yet fresh continuation of the popular Netflix series. The action is brutal and the story is a huge directional step for the MCU. I need season 2 yesterday. There's going to be a lot of people sitting around twiddling their thumbs waiting for season 2, that's for sure. And that's pretty much where we are. So that's the that's the reactions to the entire first season of Daredevil Born Again. Like I said, a few weeks ago, we did the reactions to the first 2 episodes, but this is the entire first season. And it sounds like it's an absolute masterpiece. There's a few first reactions here that, you know, have a few nitpicks that say, you know, there's a couple of things that the show misses the mark on. But ultimately, you know, 99% of what we're reading here says the show is a masterpiece. It's gritty, it's intense, it's everything that it sounds like we want it to be. So it gets me all the more excited, if it's even possible to be more excited, which I'm not sure it is, but it sounds like Marvel is back in all its glory, something I'm actually excited for. I haven't been that excited for Marvel content in a long time, and this has brought me back to the earlier phases of the MCU when we used to be really, really excited for Marvel content, and it sounds like we should be excited for this if you're not already. But guys, you see these reactions here to the entire first season of Daredevil Born Again. What do you think? Does it sound exactly like what you thought it would? Has these reactions surprised you in any way? And which reactions have stood out to you the most? Let me know your thoughts, comments, and opinions down below in the comments section. As always, guys, thank you so much for being here and checking out this video. Make sure you hit the like button before you leave. Consider becoming a subscriber of the channel if you haven't done so far. It goes a long way to supporting the content, so I really, really appreciate that. And as always, I will see you in the next episode.